Hey, it's Ronnie Daniels. This is that second video I was telling you guys about. Today is May 21st. Let me give you a little history before we go in this colony. One second, let me flip the screen around so I can see what you see. Make sure you can see me. On April 25th, I think, one of my hives swarmed, and it was low to the ground. Shook them, pretty good size swarm too. I shook them and put them in a 10-frame box, and within about a couple of hours they flew back to where they swarmed, which is the area where all the other colonies are you saw in the other videos. So some of the bees were on the ground, so I took a box. I figured the queen was on the ground since some of the bees were on the ground. So I set a box there, and they marched right in. So I said, okay, I got them. So I left the box sitting where it was. I set it up on a stand a couple of days later. Well, I walked back over here to where I had put the swarm when I caught it. I put them in this location right here, which is in my backyard, to get them away from where they originally came from, so it'd be a new environment. So hopefully they wouldn't leave. When I got over here later on, there were a lot of bees still here, and what I think happened was the bees that were left here got separated from the swarm with the queen once I put them in this box, and it was a pretty good bit of bees. So I said, well, you know, this is a pretty good size amount of bees here. Let me just try to make a nuke out of this one. I'll give them a frame of eggs. So all that happened on April 25th, and I think I gave them a frame of eggs that day or the next day or something. I said, well, let's see if they'll make a queen. So if I'm not mistaken, I looked a couple days later, and sure enough, they were building a queen cell. And then I left the colony alone. I left them alone. I went in about a week ago, which I think was enough time for the queen to have hatched, and I think I saw her as I was pulling some frames out. I saw her on a frame down inside there that I had not pulled out. She looked extremely jittery. She was wings flapping, moving fast, and I said, you know what, if she's not mated yet, I don't need to disturb her, because you know they can fly pretty dang good when they're not mated. So I put the hive back together, closed the box up. And anyway, I think I saw her. So we're at about 3 weeks since I put that frame of eggs in here. So hopefully that would have given her enough time to get mated and start laying. So my hopes are, hopefully we're going to see a laying queen in here. But I can tell you, man, the surprises that I get, you never know. There may not even be a queen in here. So I'm going to prepare for the worst, because the bees are always throwing me for a loop. But let's look in here and see what we got. I did not bring my smoker, so I'm hoping if I move in super slow motion, they won't get mad at me. And I also hope that you guys can see what I see. I'll try to hold the frames so you can see. And I'll kind of tell you what I'm looking at. I do see some bees heavily concentrated on one frame. Alright, there's some bad comb there, just something I stuck in there to keep them from making crazy comb. And we'll work our way over to where we see all the activity. Not this frame I'm pulling out now, it'll be the next one. I don't really see anything good there, just bees walking around. I guess you could see that. Alright, well actually there's 2 frames I see here that look like they have quite a bit going on. And you can tell when you look down inside the colony, you can see from the top a frame that'll be loaded with bees. Alright, this frame I'm pulling out now, I don't know if you're going to be able to see this. This is the one where I took a Sharpie and wrote on here when I stuck this frame of eggs in here, eggs, April 25th, and it's right there. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, but when I stick a frame of eggs in, I always write on that frame the date that I stuck those eggs in there. That way I can go back and look and see if they start making a queen cell, and if they do, I can look and see if it's hatched. I see eggs. See lots of eggs. You're probably not going to be able to see them, but I'll hold this here where you can at least look at it. And you're probably not going to be able to see the eggs. It's hard for me to even see them, but that's what I'm looking at now. I don't see the queen, and typically I don't worry about whether I see the queen or not. If I see eggs, I'm happy, and I do see eggs. I am going to look for the queen though, since there's not a whole lot of bees in here. Yeah, they're starting to get a little agitated. We'll move to the next frame. It has quite a bit of bees on it, and that's really it. There's only 5 frames in here, of course, because it's a nuke box, but the last one, the 5th frame, I'm not going to pull it. This will be the 4th one. It has a lot of bees on it. I see a lot of pollen put away. I see a lot of eggs. Amazing. There's few. Oh, I do see the queen. She's right there. She's got a bunch of bees surrounding her. See her right there? She's kind of squatted down in a cell. Hold it there for a minute, but well, you can see her moving around now. She's right there. She's laying another egg right there. So we're rocking and rolling with this one. You know, you get hits on trying to do things with bees, and some things don't go well, and then something good will happen. So this one, it was a bunch of straggler bees that got lost from a swarm and was able to make a nuke from it. By the way, I probably said this in another video previously. That guy, David Burns, you might want to follow him. He's a master beekeeper. He's the one that talked about moving in slow motion when you're working with the bees. And I'm typically, even though I'm getting older, I'm fast. I talk fast. Everything I do kind of fast. But he talked about moving in slow motion, so I had to teach myself to start working real slow around the bees. And I tell you, it has really helped a lot as far as getting them agitated, and a lot less stings from being working slow. Now, obviously, you know, we're in the time of year when we do have a nectar flow, so they are generally a lot kinder this time of year because they're busy thinking about gathering nectar rather than defending their resources. So anyway, that's going to end for this video. I'm probably going to make another video to tell you some people you should follow on YouTube that are beekeepers that are really good, because that's what I've done. A lot of those guys are a lot more knowledgeable than me. They get into a lot more of the science and all that, and I just like playing with them and learning. So I get to try new things. Here's one here where I did something, made something out of kind of like nothing. You know, these bees would have never made it, and was able to get them going again. So appreciate you watching. I notice I keep getting some new subscribers here and there, and I appreciate y'all subscribing, and that's why I want to try to make some more videos. And if you have something you want me to talk about, you know, I see a lot of videos on people on different topics, like how to light a smoker, or any of those things, or if you just want to tell me how beekeeping is going for you, you know, feel free to put that in the comments. But thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.